Hi everyone, welcome to the Movieception Show. My name is Fariba, and Daredevil Born Again is back with season 2. I can't believe it's already been like a year since we saw Daredevil come back onto the big screen, or at least in this case, small screen, after so long. I mean, I know I've expressed my opinions about how much I love Daredevil. At least I love the Netflix version and how they really portray the character. A lot of it because of how grounded it is, how we get to see a lot of the dynamic between Wilson Fisk and Daredevil, and I'm just so happy that even after it was canceled for so long, that Disney decided to revive the series and still try to incorporate like whatever they can with regards to what if they've already been doing in the universe. Now, of course, not gonna lie, I know last year when I was doing my reaction videos, I did feel a little underwhelmed with season 1. I think a lot of that was simply because of the fact that when they were, producing season 1, when they were making season 1, there was a lot of issues that happened. I mean, if you guys remember, halfway through filming, they basically started everything from scratch because Kevin Feige was just not satisfied with how the original piece was made, and so they restarted everything, and then a lot of characters came back, and then we got a little bit more of just the Matt Murdock that we saw from the Netflix series, but the series hasn't quite captured or recaptured the essence of what made the Netflix show so great. That being the case, of course, thankfully, season 2 was already renewed. I mean, season 3 is already renewed, and that's filming right now. But I mean, with season 2, I'm hoping that, given the fact that there are going to be no kinds of shortcomings, there are going to be no kinds of issues this time around, that hopefully going into season 2 we'll have a little bit more of the Netflix dark version. I mean, I would imagine that that's going to be the case, considering that we're about to have a whole war in Manhattan because of the fact that Wilson Fisk just put out a martial law, and then just seeing how that's relations are going to transpire. Now, of course, really kind of got an idea what's going to happen by the end of the series because of the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, but that's for a different discussion. But yeah, I don't want to delay any further. I'm very excited to see what season 2 is able to cook up. So without further ado, let's get right down into watching the first episode of Daredevil Born Again season 2. So the BB report is back. Okay.
You can feel it. New York is back and better than ever.
Is this propaganda? Oh. Oh. The black Daredevil suit is out. Mr. Matthew Murdock. Oh, all that rage. Oh my god. Dishes are a lot more crisp. Oh. Okay, I didn't know Karen was training herself.
European, I think.
Holy shit.
He's using the free ports to smuggle arms. I think we hit him hard.
Good.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's a continuation from, I guess, season 3.
Stitches. And I guess tonight.
Harbor Control confirms that the wreck is blocking the entrance. Perishables are being diverted to New Jersey.
This is also starting to feel a little too close to home. But, oh.
This is a terrorist attack. Orchestrated and executed by the vigilante of Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, I think I...
Yeah, that's me.
Ah!
Yeah, I would say clusterfuck is a pretty apt description. No, it's fine. I'll go up there myself.
He needs to do lockdowns, task force, throw the book at him, whatever. If these animals can do something like that, what's next?
No matter what we do, Fish just gets back up. Even worse than
She's
before.
not wrong.
Yeah, that's why we have to keep trying, huh?
Yeah.
She is not wrong.
We exposed that
Always
he's running
been like that
guns.
since what, 3
He's
seasons?
using the free port
Three
to
total
line
seasons.
his and his cronies' poverty, who he is, and
Albany.
he will be held accountable.
Albany. Okay. Capital?
I have to believe that, Karen.
Moves that weren't discussed with the governor, weren't discussed with myself.
Yeah, now you gotta
Oh,
capsize the East
okay.
River.
Right, because they have higher powers
Please
than
tell
the
the governor that the culprit.
Hi, sorry I'm late. Do you know they have a Euro King in Manhattan? The line around the cart was like, it was insane, but look at this thing. It's like a pound of food.
Excuse me.
Charles.
Well, where are you from?
So good. Langley. I don't know what you or the agency
not
thinks that you're
CIA.
doing here, but it's... Well, I don't know what a lieutenant... Guess we're even, aren't we, Juan?
Whoever you are, we will not
Classic
be
Matthew
intimidated.
Lillard.
You are definitely going to want to...
As I was saying, Mr. Fisk, my office will totally support you and your policies regarding vigilantism.
Oh my god,
safer
he's
streets.
got everyone.
Hell, all of it.
Oh, we're working in the shadows, I see. Oh, and she's probably wearing a wig. Yeah.
Lawyer, and I get a psychiatrist.
Ah.
This
Him.
evaluation is for your legal team at Murdoch and McDuffie.
Please. Here.
Rikers Island.
In the case of adults dressing up in...
I'll have to defend you.
Oh, he hasn't been at work, I'm assuming, right? He's missing.
Anything?
Oh yeah, so he hasn't been in office.
Nothing. Nada.
Yeah. At least I get to keep my soul at the end of the day.
Kirsten, we
That's
both
true.
know I don't need to be here. I came. You think the evidence matters?
Shit.
What happened to you?
So
I read the tea leaves.
I guess it's guilty until
Kirsten,
innocent,
come
huh?
back to the DA's office. Duffy.
Sure as shit you will.
At least she didn't sell her soul, right?
Me? You're old.
Been a target since that night at Josie's. No.
No me menos fascistas.
Right.
This is too close to home, man.
Fisk, speaking of what a great mayor I am.
Oh, I'm assuming
I
this
made
is
so
her.
much money off that secret port for my rich and criminal friend.
I think, we might be on the same team here.
Murdoch.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes. We're doomed to try.
Next time, maybe put the kettle on, yeah? Get them talking over a nice cup of tea. Just a thought.
Uh-oh. He dead. He's a dead man.
Kine krima. Nem teske se tipota.
Ay, 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 Disney! Never knew they could go that far.
And I don't appreciate you grandstanding in my office.
Well, that's funny. I would have called that divine fucking intervention. grateful for the use of your very special port. But this is now gone kind of like 8 different ways of fucked up, right?
I'm handling it. My task force is organized.
The bottom of the river and they stay there. But moving 30 tons of military ordnance across a major metropolitan area without a single fucking person knowing about it, that's not easy, man. Isn't I mean,
it's not easy, man. Give me some stew moisture.
So you have no problem killing them after they've unloaded the boat, right?
Oh my jeez.
Good men are hard.
Decent workers, nothing special, sailors from all over the world, easy enough to make them disappear in an industrial accident after they unload the goods into your Red Hook warehouse.
Wow.
Obviously, it's up to you.
Well, source. Only he doesn't know it.
I knew it was her.
Any idea what you're up to?
No.
This is like a whole like full circle
Maybe,
moment
I
right
don't
here.
know.
You know, your uncle used to say something. Took me a little too long to figure out what he meant, but and I don't want you to die type of shit.
Especially after what happened to your uncle.
Yeah. I do not want you to follow in the footsteps of your uncle.
There you go. I just said it.
You guys were close, right?
It might have a much easier time sending him back into a
Oh, so she's misdiagnosing. What a way to jeopardize your career.
You're checking over the answers anyway.
Oh, that's fabrication. Oh my god.
Είμαι ο Χριστοφής. Χριστοφής Σάβας. Ήμουν στο Northern Star. Είπαν ότι μπορείς να με βοηθήσεις.
He's here, Daredevil!
You okay?
No, I'm not okay.
Can you stand?
There
you go. Jerry.
No.
Your heart.
Sure could take a punch a lot better 10 years.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh! No 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 no.
Holy shit. That's Matt
Oh.
Murdock.
Freaking bullseye! You're welcome, bullseye! Wow! Wow! That was the first episode of Daredevil Born Again Season 2. And so far things are looking really solid. I mean, right now, we're just trying to get ourselves back into this world, although I'm not gonna lie, just watching it just feels way too close to home because, I mean, honestly, it's just watching the task force, right? That's what they call it, right? The task force. It just seems too close to home. I mean, I feel like for those who probably know, you know. So I'm not gonna lie, it's just watching this is in a way is a little bit triggering, but I'm okay. I am completely okay, but I will say I think this is a very solid episode so far. It's not quite at the Netflix level that I would like it to be, but I would honestly say that it is getting there. I think that's very clear from just the first opening scene that we got here with the ship that Matt Murdock is able to get into to kind of see, just to kind of figure out like there's gonna be mass weapons, illegal weapons, and using that as a way to expose Wilson Fisk. Just that fighting scene, just how brutal he was and how he basically knocked out all those guys. I mean, like, I didn't even, like, I mean, I know we had a lot of those bloody brutal moments back in season 1. But here it's like he's not really holding any punches. Like, you can tell he's full on really upset, angry, with everything that's going on. And I guess I said, he's not pulling any punches. Like, he's going full on with the brutality. And so, yeah, I mean, again, everything is a little bit slow, of course, and it's just a little build up to kind of getting us back into the world, describing what the world has been since the martial law was called upon by Fisk. We know that Fisk is basically doing dirty stuff, and then because of the fact that he now has that power as a mayor, that he can now manipulate the news, the fact that he can hide things behind the scenes, the fact that he can call some, people to cover up any of the dirty deeds that are happening, if it even comes at the expense of more lives, right? So, not surprised there. It's just a matter of seeing how much of that's going to continue to transpire as we get into the new episodes. I love that we have a little bit of a callback to the Netflix series, because I know that initially when this show was being created, that, a lot of what we would have almost seen is that it was not going to be as connected to the Netflix series. It almost would have been just like a whole brand new series where, yes, we see, Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock, but it's like a whole different vibe. Whereas now, like, I'm glad that we are sticking to what the Netflix show was able to start, because that's honestly the best way to really narrate Daredevil's story here. I mean, he is someone who's very grounded, who's all about the law, and it doesn't feel right that they would Disneyfy it. And I think this time, I think I can tell that Disney did not hold any punches either, because honestly, that one scene right there where interrogating that, I don't know, was it one of the cargo guys? Yeah, I honestly was kind of surprised that was allowed. I was surprised that was allowed. And I was like, okay, isn't there the whole rule with, like, heads or something with Disney? So, yeah. But I have to say, again, it's just a pretty solid start. That ending, though, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool way to end things off. I mean, first off, again, just another classic Matt Murdock fighting off against, bad folks as usual, trying to save someone. I mean, kind of having a little bit of a traumatic moment right there, where he thought that someone who he has worked closely with whose lives could be in danger because of what's happening with his heart, and then saying how that makes him vulnerable in the spot. I honestly was really kind of concerned, because they were about to open up his mask and realized that he is, Matt Murdock. And of course, in the nick of time, Bullseye came out of nowhere, and I think that has really been established that, Bullseye is going to kind of be team. I mean, can you really say he's team Murdock? Because, I mean, it's a little bit complicated, right? It's not like... We'll probably see how that transpires. I know we're not going to see Frank this season, which is really odd. I think a lot of that could just be because of the fact that John Berthal was focused on Spider-Man No Way Home and this Punisher series that we also know it's going to come right at, like, the week after the series finale of this series. That, okay, we know for a fact that he's gonna be around this year. He has 2 projects that are coming out this year, but he could not invest any time for the series because he was busy with the other projects. So yes, it does feel a little bit odd that we're not gonna see any Frank Castle and anything of Punisher this season, when this is like exactly the type of thing that he should be involved in. I mean, we saw what happened back in the season 1 finale, where he got himself out and he could have, helped out Matt Murdock, but I guess that's not gonna be the case. I'm assuming that the special will address a lot of that, hopefully. But I guess to take, Punisher's place, it's gonna be Bullseye. And so it's a little bit interesting dynamic, because we know with Bullseye how that dynamic was back in the Netflix era in season 3, where, this is the same guy who knocked out a lot of people who were very close to Matt Murdock, and I mean, he was basically impersonating him as like the rogue version, when he was never really rogue, of course, but again, someone who was like intimidating a version of Daredevil, of course, under Kingpin's, orders. And then, of course, we saw what happened later on in season 1 of Born Again, how he was involved, and even he has been trying to target Fisk. If I remember, he was trying to go after either I'm pretty sure it was Fisk, and so now we know that allegiance are, I guess, changing a little bit here. We know for a fact that Bullseye is not Team Kingpin. As to how he's going to maintain his relationship with Matt Murdock, or of course Daredevil, that's yet to be seen. I guess we'll get a little bit more of that insight in the next episode. I know next week we have 2 episodes actually, so that one's gonna be a longer one. But yeah, I'm very curious how that's gonna work. I mean, I know that's like a very interesting dynamic that we have here. I feel like Bullseye's basically the big wild card that we have here. Like, we know for a fact that he's not Team Kingpin, but also the fact that he managed to even save Daredevil. It's like a very interesting dilemma because we know like their past. So I wonder how things are going to transpire, of course, by the next episode. We got to see a little bit of Matthew Lillard. Oh my god, I mean, it's amazing to see that guy. I mean, just how much he is having this renaissance in the last few years. It's just absolutely incredible. We saw him in Five Nights at Freddy's. He was just in the Scream 7 movie, although I'm not going to lie, that movie was not good. That movie was not good, but it was like seeing him. Yeah, he's been having quite a renaissance. I'm so happy that he's in the series. I was actually very excited to hear that he was going to be joining Born Again Season 2. So I'm very curious about his character, whoever this Mr. Charles is. I'm sure we'll probably get a little bit more of insight into his character because we know he seems really sketchy. If I have it correctly, Langley means CIA, right? If I get that, I feel like I'm correct on that. I think that's CIA. So, of course, they're going to be really sus people. But yeah, I think overall it's a really solid episode for just reintroducing us to the Daredevil world. I remember for at least a lot of the reactions, they did say that it takes a little bit of time to kind of get, just to get immersed into the world, but it gets better. And I think I've been hearing a lot about episode 4, so I'm looking forward to that. That won't be for another 2 weeks. So, but yeah, I think this is a really good start for now. Again, we're not quite at the Netflix level yet. It's getting there. I see signs of it. Again, we love seeing Charlie Cox as Daredevil. I think I'm just happy to see the Daredevil is back after waiting for so long. We're seeing things slowly building up. It's just taking a little bit of time to get there. Hopefully, by the time we get to the finale, things will be, a solid conclusion. So that's all I have to say about the Daredevil Born Again Season 2 premiere that we saw here. I want to know your thoughts. Having seen the first episode, what do you think so far about this whole, war that's going to rage between Kingpin and Daredevil? What do you think so far about the series so far, knowing the fact that, again, a lot of things happen in Season 1, whereas this one's a little bit more of a smooth sail? Do you think it's starting to feel a little bit more like the Netflix era, or is it still not quite there yet? What do you think about the new dynamics that we're seeing? We're seeing that Bullseye is now helping Matt Murdock, right? What about the fact that Matt Murdock's really just not holding any punches? He's really going full out on the brutality. Let alone, we just saw Disney just approve something with one scene right there. Let me know your comments down below and make sure to like and subscribe.